He was a Pakistani serial killer. He confessed to 100 murders and sexual assaults of young boys ranging from 6 to 16. And they caught him because he confessed. Prior to the murders, Iqbal spent a stint in prison for assault. While he was imprisoned, his mother passed, and he said that's what fueled his rage. He said his goal was to make 100 mothers cry. He carefully calculated he wanted to kill no more and no less than 100. He said he easily could have killed 500.
I bet you didn't know these creepy facts that'll give you nightmares. In ancient Rome, they believed that if you drank fresh, warm blood of a fallen gladiator, you would obtain their strength. They also believed drinking blood cured epilepsy. The pacu fish that is native to South America, it has teeth that look just like humans in its mouth. From the 1982 horror movie Poltergeist, 4 of the actors randomly died. Because of this, people believe that there is such thing as a poltergeist curse. Everyone has tiny mites living in their eyelashes. A Japanese hornet is one of the largest and most venomous hornets in the entire world. A sting from it can cause you to go into kidney failure. I bet you didn't know about the killer of 100 boys. This video suggestion came from Mind Comfort. They sent me a donation and told me what they would like for me to do a TikTok on. At the end of this TikTok, I'll explain how you can do the same. Javed Iqbal. He was a Pakistani serial killer. He confessed to 100 murders and sexual assaults of young boys ranging from 6 to 16. And they caught him because he confessed. Prior to the murders, Iqbal spent a stint in prison for assault. While he was imprisoned, his mother passed, and he said that's what fueled his rage. He said his goal was to make 100 mothers cry. He carefully calculated he wanted to kill no more and no less than 100. He said he easily could have killed 500, but his set goal was 100. He would find random boys on the street. He opened an arcade to lure them in. He did it in as many crafty ways as he could think. He says he had fantasized about brutal murder since childhood. And how exactly did he turn himself in? He sent a very detailed diary of all the murders he had committed, including the assaults as well. It was sent anonymously, but had an address attached. When police went to this address, they were mortified. He had been dissolving his victims in hydrochloric acid barrels. As soon as the manhunt began, he went and turned himself into a local newspaper company. They called the police, and that's where he was picked up. Iqbal confessed very openly about his murders and assaults, but his punishment terrified him. They pretty much were going for the eye for an eye approach. He was sentenced to be strangled by the same chain he used to strangle his victims. His body would be cut into 100 pieces to represent every one of his victims. Then each piece would be dropped into a vat of hydrochloric acid, and the families of all those who he had murdered would be there to watch. But unfortunately, this didn't happen. He took himself out in his jail cell right before it was supposed to happen. Like, yeah, the results are kind of the same, but I was feeling more so the eye for an eye approach. But there's also a rumor that the guards were so disgusted with him that they couldn't wait and wanted to kill them themselves. Have a specific subject or story you'd like for me to talk about? Here's how you can do so. You'll send a donation to my Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. You can use the tip option on my TikTok page if it's available. Just make sure to include your username in the notes. Then I'll follow you back and send you a message. Then you can tell me what you would like for me to do a TikTok on.